Ronnie.
And this is Reese, and this is Soft30.
Soft30. And of course, we have DJ Acute away. And we have D. I think I should be an opera singer. Wasn't that good?
What's going on?
I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Spirit fingers.
Yes, thank you. How was your week?
My week was very surprisingly good. I actually just said something about it being good. On Thursdays, we do, for my job, of course, we do this family self-care series that we just started. So today was our second, what's the name of it? That's not episode, but our second session. And so it was very good. A lot of people didn't show up like the first one, but it was still super good. And I felt really good after I did it. Like first I was tired and I really didn't want to do it, but it was really good. And I host them. So, you know, it gives me, I don't know, I feel good, you know, trying to help people do self-care.
Why
you know, you can actually jump on, actually, if you want, you can stream it at your center. Because last week we had Starter Terrace come on, and they just had it on like the big TV or whatever, and everybody was just kind of sitting around listening and participating.
What time y'all do it on Thursdays?
On Thursdays, we do it from 12 to 2, and then again from 5 to 7. Only one session is necessary.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. We're gonna join next week.
I was gonna say, even if you do it during the day is probably better for your center because more kids are in the evening. But yeah, you can do it with like literally just you and your coworkers.
Okay. Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And so actually this week, one of our self-care things is I was telling them, you know, sometimes I let go of my body, which is like not putting on lotion and stuff. Y'all know you always don't know me for being ashy and stuff. So I told them before the next session next week with everybody that was on that Zoom, I'm going to make sure that they get some shea butter. And the homework assignment is to make sure that every day, once you get out the shower, bath, whatever you do, however you wash up, you put on the shea butter and you know, self-care your skin.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so that's and then for next week, I'm gonna do the homework is gonna be everybody needs to take a bath with the herbs I'm gonna drop off to them. It's not gonna be a whole lot of herbs, but it's gonna be some.
You give them the shea butter too?
Huh?
You gave them shea butter too, or they had to get their own shea butter?
No, I'm gonna give them shea butter from mom.
Oh, that's cute.
Butter me all over. Yeah.
So do I get shea butter too?
I know you missed a meeting. But yeah, it's you know, it's more exciting than I thought it would be for me. I was a little mad when it first was on the schedule because he didn't tell me that this was going to be on the schedule. Like once he changed things around, I don't get no info. And then at the last minute or the day of, or, you know, it's kind of like, oh, well, what do you have an idea for? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, you made this shit up. Won't you come up with the ideas? You know, I get a little frustrated with that, but, you know, because I think I've said it to him on a few occasions, like, you know, whatever you decide to do, whatever is cool, you're going to do what you want to do, but can you give me a heads up?
Right.
So now, you know, last week, I felt like, you know, I kind of had to, because we got our schedule kind of late for February. So, you know, I didn't really know until I was looking at the schedule and I was like, what the hell is this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And so because I can better prepare, like I know just a shit ton of self-care remedies, but without, you know, future notice, without notice, you know, it's kind of hard. And especially because we do them on Zoom. Everything in my head, I was planning for in person.
Oh, yeah.
I was planning for in person, right. So, you know, it's a little difficult, but they turn it out real, real good. And I can't wait for us to get more people on. And yeah, it feels good. And then we end every session with some meditation.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's real good. Yeah, I think you'd absolutely love it. And so, yeah, I'm definitely going to remind you next week to jump on. What else happened this week? And like I said, I actually had a pretty good week. Very, very shocked it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Oh, and we went to host a party in Atlanta over the weekend that I told you I was gonna go host, and that was dope. That was dope. I think we all had a good time. Like the club was, I was expecting a bit more people than was there, but it was a good crowd, and I had a good time anyway because I don't really need nobody else to party. So yes. Even the other people that was there, I didn't even like really interact with them much because why? My people here. So I don't know. I told y'all I'll be nervous when people approach me like, oh, you on the Soft30, or oh, you with the lesbian throuple, or oh, whatever the case is. I'd be nervous. Sometimes I'd be wanting to be like, ain't me.
I mean, you're funny.
Somebody be like, that is the same cricket forehead piercing I see. That's you. What you talking about? So yeah, but yeah, that whole weekend, I think I had a really good time. I don't know about everybody else. I had a good ass time the whole weekend. And it's Valentine's Day this weekend. And I'm going to Ronnie's Valentine's Day party. Not the good F, the bad F. And so I'm going there, and I'm super excited to go because I missed it last year. So I'm going to go this year. And I do have a photo shoot on Saturday too. But other than that, I'm not really doing much this weekend. Just chilling, relaxing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm still excited to do nothing and everything at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. What about you? How was your week?
My week was up and down. The weekend was definitely fun. I had a good time. Thanks for inviting me. I felt famous.
Oh yeah, everybody. The whole weekend theme was we were celesbians. So not not celebrities, but celesbians. Like lesbian celebrity. Anyway, it's a joke. We obviously are not celebrities, but it was fun to go all weekend calling ourselves celesbians.
Yeah, that's cute. That's y'all. Y'all better keep hashtagging that name and all. Like, that's y'all name.
Right. We might as well go ahead and trademark that. But I think it's already like a word like in Wikipedia or something already. So.
Oh really? I never heard of that.
That's what I've heard, but I didn't hear about it until we started jokingly saying it. So
that's so funny. I was like, oh, they made up their own thing. That's so cute.
Nah, apparently not. We're not the first to think of it.
Oh shit. But yeah, that was fun. I didn't get to see any famous people that I was like searching for. We did go past Rick Ross' house. I wasn't searching for him, but I mean,
the thing was nice.
Cool to see it, yeah. So I got to figure out where the famous people be hanging at because that's my crowd. Where y'all at?
Right. Oh, you know what? I forgot something else. Let me jump back in, Ronnie. So, D, if we can't talk about this, then just go ahead and cut this part out. But I went to the Old Lady Gang restaurant in Atlanta, y'all. And y'all know who restaurant that is. And if you don't know, Google it, okay? The one in Atlanta, I don't know if it's multiple ones across the country. I was let down. First of all, I was very, very, very pressed to try that food. I was like, yo, I'm about to go get some motherfucking good ass Southern food. Like, I was pressed. We waited 45 minutes for a table, which, whatever, waiting for tables, that wasn't the issue. The food was just real bland. Like, it was bland. It was
not Black people food.
It was not no old lady cooking that food. It wasn't even no old lady recipe. And I'm real let down. I ain't writing no bad review. You know what I'm saying? But that restaurant, we should have went to Kirk and Rashida restaurant to try that one. But I don't think there's soul food. That's why I didn't want to go there. And I wanted to go to Slutty Vegan. Yeah, I wanted to go to Slutty Vegan, but I didn't know they were closed on Sundays. So I wasn't able to go there. But the Old Lady Gang, huge letdown. I mean, obviously, try it for yourself to see if you like it or not. I did not like it.
Me either. I was so sad.
Yeah. I was disappointed.
Maybe we just gotta try another location, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that maybe we should try another location. But you know what was good that drink. I had some kind of lemonade drink, and it wasn't alcohol. Very, very tasty. It was real, real good. Definitely try that. Definitely get that when you go. You know, but yeah, everything else was mediocre, amateur. Yeah. Wasn't no old lady that cooked that. I know it. Not no Southern old lady. It might have been the old lady from fucking New York somewhere that ain't black.
That macaroni was definitely a box macaroni, and I'm not over exaggerating or nothing. I'm dead ass. Like that was definitely a box macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, like it didn't even have like real cheese. Like you could tell they used cheese sauce. Mm-hmm. Now they probably sprinkled some cheese on the top, but the whole thing, only cheese sauce.
It was disgusting. Straight from the Giant brand.
Yeah, and then the cabbage was super salty, and I like salty shit. So if I say it's salty, it's way too salty. And the yams was okay. It was okay. The catfish, did I get catfish bites? Or I think I got catfish something. And anyway, that was okay. I didn't even want to eat my leftovers, but I was drunk in the middle of the night and I ate my leftovers.
Yeah, I fucked them up.
But if I wasn't drunk in the middle of the night, like if I would have woke up the next day, I'd have just went on ahead and thrown them trash. But
that shit was good in the middle of the night though.
But yeah, you know, I don't know. I just expected better because I really was dead ass was looking forward to the food. Yeah. So, but when I go back, I'm gonna try Slutty Vegan, Rashida, and that other one, Kirk restaurant, and then there's another restaurant I want to try too. But yeah,
we should just go and just taste food. Just go.
Absolutely. I would absolutely go on any weekend trip, any week trip, any trip, just to go food tasting. Absolutely.
We should do that. That'll be fun.
I really think that I should be a food critic and movie critic. I promise.
Yeah, you should.
I really should. I should. My taste buds be on one. Already. Yeah. But anyway, go ahead and finish.
But yeah, so that was fun. The old lady game was definitely disappointing. Work is crazy. So we had a lot of stuff scheduled for this week, and I was super, 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 super excited about it because it was a lot to do. We had an entrepreneur event. We have parenting classes and like a parenting discipline class, like how to discipline your class, like your kids in a more positive way. So we had all of that planned, and then so this is going into the topics. My check-in wasn't that long, but so it's just been a lot of violence and stuff. And I know that I've been talking about like my job and like all the violence and stuff that's been like going on in the area, and it's just a lot. Like just last week, my cousin got shot. Like this week or last week, it was a lady who got stabbed up, from her boyfriend. She left behind 6 kids. Sometime back, one of my friends I told y'all got killed by her boyfriend. So it's just a lot of violence and stuff that was going on. And so yesterday, when I was at work, it was a shootout. And one of my clients got shot in front of her son. And it like we had to be on lockdown and everything, and it was just crazy because it wasn't meant for her. She was just in the middle of the crossfire.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. But the fact that she got shot in front of her son, like it was just blood and stuff like all over him, and that's so much trauma, because they were like glued together. Like you would not see her without him. Even when we like over the summer we went to trips and stuff like that, most of the parents didn't want to come. She was right there. Like she didn't need no break, and she was just like so overprotective of him and always trying to get everything done for him. And she kept on saying, Miss Ronnie, I need you to help me with some stuff because if something happened to me, I want him to be good and da da da. And we will work on some stuff, and then she'll be like, I'll come back and do the rest. I'll come back. And she'll come back, but we never got to what she wanted to do to make sure that he will be okay if something happens to her. And she got killed yesterday. So, and I'm just going crazy because, and like, I knew I was connected to this job and to this community, but it really didn't like hit me till yesterday. And then it's like, I need to find another job because this shit is a fucking war zone. And I don't know if this job is going to kill me or not. And then it's like, I need to stay because I already made these connections with these people and they depend on me. They want to get out of this and I'm here to help them. So it's just a lot. And it's just so sad. And I like, my office is closed down, of course, because of the violence, but I wouldn't even be able to work anyway. Like, it's just so much. It's like, you got to take care of your mental health too. Like, I'm there all day, every day. It's so much drama. Like, if I had, I just need fucking cameras or something. Like, and I know that y'all know. I know that y'all, we all lived in the hood. We all been through or seen or heard of somebody dying or some gangs and all of that. We all have. It's just, what can we do to like I know it's going to be people that's not going to get along. I know that it's been already bloodshed, right? So we can't just say, hey, Lincoln Heights, don't come over here and shoot up in Clay Terrace, or hey, Simple City, don't come and shoot up Bennett Park. And it's already been so many people that they lost. They want to keep on retaliating and things like that. But how do we get the shit to stop? This is forever. This is our life. And I'm saying our life as a Black people.
I think if you continue to do your job the way that you're doing it, now so for some people, it could possibly be too late. You might not be able to help them in ways that you want to help. If they're already, like, some people literally can be 18, 19, 20 and stuck in their ways. They're like, this is my life. This is the hood. This is what I want. And they can be stuck in that way. But then you might have that 10-year-old that's like, all right, should I look at Ronnie or should I look at him? And you might have that influence on them just by simply doing your job to help them not want to grow up and be a hood nigga or a gangster or whatever the hell you want to call it, right? And so, don't feel like, oh, well, because this is always happening. No, just as it's so many people that's getting out the hood, just like it's so many people that's still staying in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say a good mixture of both, because nothing good about wanting to be a drug dealer, murderer, or whatever like that, right? But if something comes good when people do be like, okay, I don't want this. What can I do to get out of here? You know what I'm saying? You're doing your job to the best of your ability. And I feel like you're very, very hard on yourselves. And you obviously, it's hard not to be, but you can't help everybody. If you help 1 out of every 15 people, you're doing your job good. Seriously, you're doing your job good. When people come to that center, it's because they don't want to be outside on the street. But I don't want to be in the house either. So let me go here. And I'm going to stay off the streets. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And they're listening. It might not seem like it. They might tell you to shut up. They might be like, nah, you don't understand. You don't know. They listening.
Mm-hmm. And I see from last year to this year, I see a big difference in everybody, from the littles to the ones that's in the violence hard. I see a big difference in them. And the fact that they come, like they do the men's group, and it's teens and the young adults, the 20s, and and they come every week to do it. They say they want to get their own business. They want to go back to college, or some people want to go to college. And this time last year, we couldn't even have a conversation with them because they was too far in it. And it's not everybody, but it's a lot of them, and a lot of the ones that I didn't even think that wanted to change. So I feel like I am doing my job, and I am doing a good job. And I know it's not gonna happen overnight, but I'm like, I need it to happen faster so that we can get everybody on the right path. Like, they can't even walk, they can't even leave out of their neighborhood, because any which way they leave out is somebody that's shooting at them. Like, literally, they cannot leave out of the neighborhood. That's sad. They are tearing down all of these buildings and all of this stuff, and they're gonna be all in the same building together. Like, how is that gonna work? Like, who the fuck do we talk to? Who do we go to? Like, what? I don't know who to talk to about not putting Lincoln Heights and Clay Terrace in the same building on down the street. Like, that should be, everybody in the fucking world know that it was a beef between them for years, since we was in high school. So why are they even going to the same building here? Innocent people are getting hit. This lady yesterday was innocent. They trying to shoot him, and he running past her, and she get hit.
So Ronnie, I think it's not about, oh, well, who do we talk to, agency wise, to say, hey, well, these people have this Section 8 and y'all are closing this down and moving everybody to the same neighborhood. How can that happen? We don't need to go to them. We have to teach the people that's in the neighborhood, that community, to advocate for themselves, to be like, I'm not moving here. Okay. So what else is my options? And they got to start it now. Because if they wait till the last minute, that's when everybody is going to be trying to move with their Section 8. And a lot of places in DC are not taking Section 8 like they used to. Mm-hmm. It's not, So especially the new buildings coming up and stuff, I think now DC, you only have to have 10% of your buildings that 10% of your building that go by your income. The rest of them, they pay full rent. So, you know what I'm saying? They not going, your Section 8, you're not going to be able to take everywhere at every time. So start having people advocate for themselves now. Hey, caseworker, because I don't know much about Section 8, but I'm pretty sure you got a caseworker. If you don't, advocate for yourself to get a caseworker. Once you get that caseworker, you're telling that caseworker, I cannot move around Clay Terrace, around Clay Terrace or around Lincoln Heights. I'm not in the beef. However, my son goes to school with these people and they got beef, and I fear for my life. I fear for my child's life. I cannot move there. What are my options? Now, and don't get me wrong. Some caseworkers are trash. Absolutely trash. You know what I'm saying? But that's when you be like, well, what's your manager's number? What's their manager's number? Mm. It's somebody above somebody's head, always. So you need to figure out not the worker, the person, the participant. You figure out who you need to talk to make sure that you are not becoming neighbors with your son's enemy. And the next thing you know, the kids are fighting, you fighting with the mom and the daddies are fighting each other. No. We got to advocate for ourselves. Now, granted, what we can do, and if you're saying, okay, well, let's talk to whoever is knocking down the buildings or whatever. I don't think it's the mayor, somebody under the mayor or something. But let's say we figure out who to talk to, right? As a community, we might can hold a town hall meeting, a community meeting, but it doesn't mean anything if only community members are there. You advocate to get what was Eleanor home? What was Eleanor here? What was she? Did anybody know? DQ?
Representative in Congress.
All right, that. You get a representative to come. You get somebody from the mayor's office to come. Their assistant knows somebody that just gonna go back and talk to the mayor, right? You figure out who of importance, there's somebody that they gonna listen to get here and to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's only us four talking, right? And we're like, man, we want to get our podcast out there, and we want. That was a bad example. Let's say we want all four of us to have cars provided by DC, right? Mm-hmm. So then we need somebody here to help advocate for us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To be like, okay, well, these four people need cars because in DC, you know what I'm saying? When they got to go all the way across town, they can't catch the metro because it's COVID and because of this and because it's that and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? They have language that we don't know how to use sometimes advocating for ourselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they know who to take it to. So if we hold meetings like that, we got to have the correct people there. But even so, we got to teach. And this is our part of our job too. Teaching everybody to advocate for themselves. And what the fuck? Y'all know we beefing with Lincoln Heights. Y'all can't send us over there to Clay Church. No. You got to come smart. Well, ma'am, I don't think that's safe for me and my family because they are out here killing each other already. And if we live next door to each other, not only are we putting ourselves in danger, my family and that family, the neighbors are in danger because bullet goes through walls. The children playing outside, the school across the street. Everybody is in danger when you can just try to separate us and separate us properly. Start from there. Now, when you go all aggressive, of course, nobody's going to want to help you when you're trying to curse them out and you need their help. Come on now. We got to learn how to go respectfully, learn how to look up a word if you need to. If you're trying to find another word for freaking beautiful, you look up another word, Google another word for beautiful, and gorgeous is going to pop up, right? We don't hardly call nobody gorgeous. We always say beautiful. That's the go-to word. But then we got them gorgeous words, right? Mm-hmm. So let's do that. Like, even if you don't know what to say, Google that shit. And you don't have to remember everything that you want to say. Pull out your notes. Here's a list of things that I noted down so I can talk to you about. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't even got to let them know, oh, I wrote this down so I won't forget it. What is a list of things that I jotted down that I thought that was important of why I should not move into this neighborhood with my kids? Mm-hmm. Or hypothetically, if you are making me move here, if my child is 17 or 18, how can they get a Section 8 voucher on their own so that they do not have to move over here and they are able to move somewhere else? It is not safe for them here. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely know it's way easier said than done. We do the same exact job. I know. You know what I'm saying? And I know how difficult it can be working with participants, trying to do your job, trying to work with upper management, trying to get advocate, people for advocacy up in here. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I like I said, I feel like you are down on yourself way too hard. You're making an impact. The boy I hired and fired, he didn't want to work last year. He didn't want to work last year. He worked this year, not very long, but he did. He did. So you're getting to them. He probably didn't expect it. Since that was his first job, he didn't expect to get fired. He thought, oh, well, a sister hired me and no, I ain't that type of sister. My business come first. But my point is, he didn't want to work at first. When he did his interview, he said, I want to get out the streets. Can you help me? Can you see what you can do? And not only was I trying to help him as far as working, when he said that, oh, well, I had to drop my classes because blah, blah, blah. Well, what you need me to do to get you back in school? Because you said you waiting on your uncle. What you waiting on your uncle for? What can I do? What do you need me for? Now, granted, it fell off because once I fired him, since he doesn't know me, he's like, well, she fired me. She don't want to help me no more. I still work in the community. So I ain't going to hire you back for my business. But to help you is a part of my daytime job.
I haven't him in a while either. I know because he always say he don't want to be around there. He do come around sometimes on Thursdays for the men's group and for the studio, but he do not be around there.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
He said he wants to change. He's trying.
Yeah.
He really is. He really is trying. So you're doing it right. You can't say, oh, I wish it would go faster. It's not gonna go faster. And that's gonna frustrate you more. It's gonna frustrate you more that it's not going faster. It's not.
I just need to figure out how to disconnect then. Like how do I disconnect my life from my work life and not, like, I feel like she is my family. Like my heart hurts.
I totally understand. You remember I told you 3 weeks ago one of my kids OD'd. I totally understand. But the difference between me and you is I have that disconnection because I have no other choice. You have to treat it like as if you're a doctor that has to give a patient family bad news. Or, you don't have to be very cold or anything like that, but you have to understand that you're not a miracle worker. You're not. I don't know why I look like I got gap. Is my piercing. But yeah, like, don't think that you're not making an impact. You absolutely are. You are. And feel, I'm not saying disconnected and don't feel bad. Absolutely feel bad for that woman and feel bad for her son. And if you can, try to keep in contact with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him know, hey, I'm still here for you. That baby boy lost so many family members that's close to him. Is ridiculous. He literally lost all 3 of his parents. Mm-hmm. He lost his dad, then he lost his stepdad, and then he lost his mother. Mm-hmm. He needs every single person that he knows in his corner right now.
I didn't watch the news clip, but my coworker had called me and told me about the news clip, and they did an interview with him. And he was saying that he was having nightmares from losing his 2 dads from gun violence. I think one of them was from gun violence, but she knew how to help him and comfort him.
But maybe you gotta try to step in there. I know it's, again, way easier said than done. That little boy don't know you personally. You knew his mother. You helped his mother. So he only knew you through his mother. But that don't mean that you can't just be like, hey, I know you don't know me, but I'm here. Here's my number. If you ever need me, call me. If you ever need somebody to say, I love you. If you need a pair of jeans. If you're hungry. Like, don't only call me for financial reasons, but you get what I'm saying. Call me. What can I help you with? You want to cry? Come to me and cry. You want to fight something? Let me see if I can go get us in the rage room so you can throw some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, well, you need emotional support animal here. Let me bring my dog to work so you can make sure that you got somebody, you can rub on this dog to see if it make you feel better. Try to help him out in ways that he, wouldn't expect you to reach out and try to help with.
Okay. I can do that. I actually got a phone call earlier and from her sister, and she was letting me know that he was okay and stuff. So I can reach out, keep reaching out to her and check.
I was gonna say that. Let the sister know too, like, hey, I can't offer much. But call first, don't just assume that I can't do it. And if I can't, then I can't. But if I can, at least I tried to see if I can get this help from her.
Mm-hmm.
Again, way easier said than done. Way easier said than done.
Want to leave this job. It's making me want to go somewhere where nobody is, where I can't have feelings. My feelings be involved with too many people and too many shit. And my blood pressure is high.
It is. It is.
Damn. I'm stressed out. But it is like, if you need so anybody that's listening, if you need some type of support, we can help. If you reach out to me or Reese, with whatever situations. It's some places, like if you're dealing with any kind of domestic violence, anything, that we can't put links out, but if you do contact one of us, we can
give you links then.
And whatever else help you need. Like me and Reese work in the communities, and it doesn't matter what community you are from. We can help. I do not want to see any more people dying or getting beat up or anything. Like the schools are even bad. Like it's people bringing in guns, bringing in knives. It's so many fights every day. Every day, like when the kids come home, they come after to the center after work. After school, they like, oh, well, this happened today. This was fighting. They be on lockdown, like they in jail. The world is fucked up.
It is, and we can't control that. But let's try to do things. Like parents, even if you think you have a child that needs help with learning about gun violence or how to protect themselves without actually killing someone else. Like instead of a knife, how about you do pepper spray? That ain't gonna, unless they got asthma, that ain't gonna kill them, but it's gonna stop them from hurting you, but without taking a life. Like I always joke and be like, if it's me or you, I'm taking you out, which I absolutely would. Please don't get me wrong, but not for any old reason. You would literally have to be trying to take my life for me to take yours, or take someone if I'm around and you're trying to take anyone's life. You know what I'm saying? But I just would not just be like, oh, well, you called me a shithead and I'm fitting to take you. No. So that's when we got to teach the proper, the proper ways to protect yourself, and the proper way to protect yourself that you don't go to jail either. Because there's no point in protecting yourself and you spend the rest of your life in jail. Mm-hmm. What's the point of that? We need to teach these kids that it's more than are the neighborhoods that we're in. Like you saying that they're afraid to leave because if they go to the bus stop, they might get shot at. We need to teach them that it's more here. We could even teach them to advocate to get their parents to take their Section 8 and go somewhere else if they're on Section 8. And if they're not on Section 8, definitely try to go somewhere else. Again, easier said than done. Way easier said than done. But let's teach our children to start advocating for themselves. Mom, look, this is not safe for me no more. I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I ain't scared, but I don't want to be here. I'm not only putting myself at risk, I'm putting you at risk. I'm putting my little sister at risk. Remember the baby that died a few years ago, just outside playing? She went to the kids' school. She was 8 or something. Mm-hmm. They had that real nice funeral for her around there. She minded her own business. Wrong place, wrong time. The bullets have no name. And the people that shooting definitely don't have no aim. Damn, that rhymes. They don't have no aim though. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start teaching. Each one teach one. Ain't that they saying? We really gotta start.
This one family, I probably told y'all about it before, but he was living on one side of the beef and then got moved to the other side. And she took the voucher for that place, which made no sense because her kids can't come home. So now they on the street or living in house to house, the friend to friend, whoever they can sleep because their mother took the fucking voucher to the other side of the place where they're fucking who's trying to kill them. So you didn't even care. You didn't even try.
And again, she might have tried, but wasn't successful because she did not know how to advocate for herself.
They babies. Middle school and high school.
They babies and they're barely making it past high school because they can't make it. They can't make it. We really got to start teaching. It's more to this. You want to get out the hood? Go to school and get a scholarship and go clear across the country. Go to California, go to Texas, go to Washington State. Shit, go to New York. You don't even got to go across the country. Go somewhere and go to school and you got a free ride for 4 years if you get a scholarship. I mean, obviously not for 4 years straight, but you know what I'm saying? Hopefully after that time, you won't even need to come back here. Mm-hmm. Not until you get yourself together and you're ready to come back and be like, listen, hood, this is what I did. This is what I accomplished. Let me help you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of kids that just think they can't go nowhere. You remember when we was younger, I used to be like, Black people don't fly. I literally did not know that we went on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like, well, we went to Florida on the bus. Black people don't fly. So how they getting across the country? How they getting across the world?
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that. Yeah. I was ignorant. We literally got to show them that it's more. That's why we like to travel so much now. We ain't get to do it that much growing up. Mm-hmm. Now look at us. We won't sit the hell down.
Oh, I need to right now.
Because we know that it's more to life. And that's what we got to teach them. And not only teach them, we need to show them. Over the summer, we need to have more field trips for these kids. We need to have some college tours to HBCUs. Mm-hmm. And maybe we have to do it during the winter. Maybe we can try to put something together for spring break. When we go to these HBCUs where they can see these sororities and what's all that? What's the male one called?
Fred.
Maybe I don't know.
Fraternity.
Fraternity. I think Fred is the white folk. I don't know. But my point is that we need to go out and show them. Show them. Like, you go to this university, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can do it. They have to be willing to be open to it. And we can't try to force them. Just like I was telling you about how the other center that I was telling you that I didn't like how they were saying, when they was telling the little girls like, oh, they were saying that let me give a little backstory. So I went to a place and we were just, I was just listening. We're just talking about a whole bunch of different things. And one of the things they were talking about was, oh, the 10-year-old girls here, they're kissing all of the boys and da-da-da-da. And I keep telling them, they too young for that. Try a different approach. Don't keep, if you keep telling a kid, you're too young for that, they're going to want to rebel and do it because they're like, well, why am I too young for it? Let them girls know that they worth waiting for. You're worth waiting for.
Yeah, and one of them said, she was like, oh, you're going to catch something, and it's going to hurt.
Or something, yeah. No, don't tell them. I mean, you can tell them that, you can absolutely catch stuff. Absolutely.
But that shouldn't be the first thing.
Right. The first thing should be something along the line of, well, you're worth waiting for. You're young and you got a lot of time. And what you don't want to do is start kissing. And then next thing you know, by 11 or 12-year-old, you done kissed 15 boys. And it's the same with sex. You don't want to start having sex at 14. Then next thing you know, by the time you're 20, you got a baby daddy, and all this other extra stuff. No, any guy will wait for you. And if he don't, the next guy will, without pressuring you for sex. And if they don't, you wait till you get older, because if they pressuring you for it, that's all they want. Right. That's the approach you need to take. Not, you're so young, why are you thinking about that? I wasn't thinking about that at that age. We're in a different time. We're in a different generation. My generation is different from my daughter's. Mine was different from my mother's. And neither one of us is what Naya is going through. We have to start preaching things in a different way. Mm-hmm. Not just, oh, why are you doing that? Ugh. Oh, you're going to be a hoe. That's what you want to do? No, they don't want to do that. But if nobody's teaching them different, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what it's going to be.
What somebody did to them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not in the mood no more.
That's okay.
But this man, yes. Can we end?
Yeah, if you feel like that yeah. I mean, it's a hard topic to start with and to keep, even to keep talking about. And I'm real proud of you for not crying.
I feel like I'm about to. That's why I'm like, yeah.
Okay. Well, we are going to get off then. This is episode 213, Q? 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, share, comment. Hit us up for resources. That was a real thing when I say that. Literally. Tell me what you need, and I'm sure I can help you with. I'm sure Ronnie can help you with. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these kids out the street. Let's get these adults out the street, and let's make it happen. Let's do what we can do. You know what I'm saying? To better our communities. Okay? Peace, love, and positivity. Appreciate y'all coming through.